Miami-Dade Police Department's Homicide Bureau is investigating an incident involving a 4-year-old child who was shot here at 8180 Northwest 21st Avenue, approximately 341. According to our investigators, our Northside District officers were dispatched to that address in reference to a child who was suffering from a gunshot wound. Once our officers arrived, they did observe, unfortunately, a very small child who was suffering from a gunshot wound. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue immediately responded, and they transported that child to the Ryder Trauma Center, where she is now fighting for her life. The preliminary facts of the case, as we have them right now, are that another child within that home picked up the firearm, discharged the firearm, striking that 4-year-old child. I'd like to make it really clear to our community the importance of firearm safety and responsible firearm ownership. The responsibility of owning a firearm is a great one. It is a constitutional right, but the responsible ownership of that firearm is even of greater importance. So we urge each and every member in our community, whether you own a firearm or not, to discuss safe firearm management, ownership with your children. Discuss with them what to do. If they observe a firearm in a home, discuss with them what to do. If they observe a firearm on the street, let an adult know. Make sure that firearm is in a safe place. Do not touch it. Do not play with it. Firearms, guns are not toys. It is of the utmost importance, and it's a responsibility of each and every citizen within our community.
Is anyone in custody right now?
There are residents within the home, people who live in this home, who are being detained pending the outcome of this investigation. We are in the very early stages of this investigation, and the investigation continues. So the information that we have is that there were a total of 4 children in this home, ages 6, 4, 3, and 2 years of age, as well as an adult.
How old was the child who fired at the 4-year-old?
We're in the early stages of the investigation, and we're not able to disclose the age of the child who picked up the firearm at this time, but updates will be forthcoming.
Are they all family? Are they all related, siblings?
The information that we have is that all of the children who are in the home are related and that they are siblings.
Detective Martin, any idea were there any parents or any adults inside of the house at the time?
Yes, as I disclosed before, there were adults within the home when this incident occurred. Unfortunately, as I said, they were not able to get to that firearm in time before something bad happened, which is what I'd like to reiterate. A bullet flies at a very, very fast rate of speed, and you may think you can get to this firearm in time, and obviously in situations like this you cannot. This is another situation like a situation we had not too long ago within our community, where again a firearm was left unattended and a young person was hurt. We have a small 4-year-old child now who will not be going to school tomorrow, who will not be enjoying the things that a 4-year-old should be enjoying because of the negligent firearm ownership. And we need to take this matter seriously.
To clarify, the kid who shot the 4-year-old is not one of his siblings?
We're not able to disclose that at this time. It's still being pieced together. The investigation is still ongoing, but that information will reveal itself via this investigation.
And you said there was only one adult or multiple adults?
The information that we have right now is that there was one adult within the home when this occurred.
Can you tell us where the firearm was when the child picked it up?
That is not any information that we have right now that we can confirm for you at this time. I'm sorry.
And detective, you can tell us that this child is still alive?
The child, as we have it, is fighting for her life at Ryder Trauma Center as we speak. And we'd like to extend our prayers, our condolences to this family as they are dealing with this very, very difficult situation.
Did officers respond to this home in the last couple of weeks for a shooting?
That isn't any information I've been furnished with, so I wouldn't be able to confirm that for you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry if you already mentioned this, but could you, if you haven't, where was the child shot? Could you tell us?
That's going to be a crucial part of the investigation. So as much as we like to disclose that, we're not able to at this time. But the child did suffer from a gunshot wound and is now fighting for her life.
What kind of consequences can adults face in this situation?
Florida state statute details the importance of safe storage of firearms, and we encourage each and every firearm owner to research this information. But the state of Florida does have very detailed laws on where and how you will keep a firearm so that it's not accessible to a minor.
But this gun wasn't like in a safe that they opened. Was it out? You know, thrown something on the floor. I don't know.
So the firearm was being stored in this situation in a manner in which it was accessible to the children, which is how this occurred.
So you're saying it was stored somewhere, but it wasn't secured? Like,
The firearm was being stored in an unsecure manner, which is how a small child was able to access it, and this tragic accident was able to occur.
So it wasn't locked like a safe or anything like that.
The firearm was not being stored in a safe. A firearm should be stored in a secure lockbox safe or in a place where it is not accessible to small children or any persons who should not have access to a firearm.
This adult that was in the house, is that a parent of the 4-year-old?
The relationship between the victim, the child victim in this case, and the adult, that's something that we'll be addressing in our update.
I have earlier said that another child went into the home, picked up the gun, and struck that child. But was that child already in the home when this happened, like earlier on, hours earlier on, or they had just come over and this happened?
Preliminary information that we have is that the child was in the home for the entirety of this incident. The child hadn't arrived soon and then picked up a firearm. The child was already in the home when this occurred.
And just correct me if I'm wrong, because I've heard two different things. That all the children were siblings, and then they made the person who accidentally fired is not a sibling. So can you clarify for me so I don't get this wrong?
So what we know as of right now is that all of the children involved in this incident are related. They are related in some manner.
That's what I heard initially, but I just want to make sure. Because then she asked something, and then they... Okay. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Sorry.
Not a problem.
Anything else we're
can
missing?
you tell us if I don't know if you know this yet, maybe it might be too early, but was the firearm legally purchased or?
We're in the early stages of the investigation, so the legal status of the firearm or whether or not the firearm owner was able to legally own the firearm is unknown at this time. But via the investigation, any pending charges will be disclosed, at the conclusion of the processing of the scene and the interviewing of any witnesses.
Are you able to tell us the caliber of the weapon, of the gun?
I'm not able to at this time because that hasn't been confirmed or disclosed.
Did that gun belong to the adult that was inside the house?
The firearm belonged to an adult.
But not the one that was in there at the time.
They tell us it's a registered owner. We just haven't been able to confirm that yet because we haven't made it inside
Okay.
to process the scene, to be able to get the gun, to be able to get the serial number, to be able to run it, to be able to find out.
Okay.
The girl has been fighting for her life, and she already had surgeries, and what does the outcome look like?
The information that we have right now is that she's at Ryder Trauma Center and she's being medically evaluated. We're not sure at what point in the medical evaluation she is. But again, we'd like to reiterate our prayers and our condolences to this family. This tragic incident involving a 4-year-old child.